that recently I did a Flora Gasma striped soap, and I messed up on one of the lines. I didn't wait long enough, and unfortunately, I just wasn't thrilled with the final result. So, being one not to give up, here I am doing it again. I actually added an extra color so that it's 8 stripes this time. And I'm using a lot of different clays here. I wanted to keep this all natural, and there are some similarities in the colors here, but this was more about just the stripe challenge to me more than anything else. I could have used some herbs, annatto, paprika, and things to certainly got some more intense color, but I wanted to keep this in the clay family. So that's what I've done here. A matter of fact, you'll see in that last bowl there, that real dark one, that's indigo root. And I don't know why I put it there. I ended up not using it in the soap because I thought, wait, this isn't a clay. So I do use it on top just to decorate the top. But the eighth layer is a mixture of a few of these different clays. And really, that's all there is to it. This was not complicated. I kept it real simple. I used Alexa as my timer, and she set timers for me and kept track and let me know when to pour the next layer. That way, I didn't accidentally start back too soon, which I did before. And I fully understand that this kind of video can be a little tedious with pouring the multiple layers, so I speed through a lot of that for you so that it doesn't take too long. But I did want to just speak to you all. I did get the news from my boss today that they won't be able to find me another position. And yeah, so that's over. I'm going to be starting the process of filing of unemployment. I am looking for other employment. I've put in some applications already with various places and continue to search and hunt. And yeah, that's where I am right now. It's a scary time, I'm not going to lie to you. I've been employed since I was a child. I have worked since I was on the streets. Well, before that, for my parents. I have always worked. And it is scary not working. The idea, well, first of all, you don't have income, right? But even more than that, it's the idea of not contributing. I love what I do in my work, helping other people. It's just going to take a lot of readjustment for me, and I hope I'll find something else soon. And if any of you decide to do this kind of soap and use the same mold that I use, each layer was 6.76 ounces of oil and 2.83 ounces of the lye solution. In my case, that's aloe vera juice, the tussa silk, and lye. And yeah, that's it. I'm sorry, I know I'm out of it right now. I'm just in one of my dark places. This has been a very bad day. Uh, I'm recording this at 5 a.m. Saturday morning, and I haven't slept. Yeah, it's been hard. Why am I telling you this? Do I potentially chase people off my channel by being depressing? I guess that chance is there, and I hope that doesn't happen. It's just a bad day, and mostly, oh, by the way, I just put that on the screen. I was so disappointed in the Russian blue clay. It turned sort of a greenish. You'll see two different videos there, and one it looks kind of green, and the larger it looks a little yellow, but nonetheless it's not blue. The truer color is actually that greenish color you see down the bottom right video. It was more green than it was yellow. I filmed that with my phone, and the large picture here is filmed with my video camera. And unfortunately, its color's not always the truest. But yeah, so that's what's going on, and I don't fear the future. I fear the present. Um, there are a lot of things that I've shared with you all. There are things I haven't shared, and I just don't think it's appropriate for this forum. But it's a scary time. And one personal thing that I can share with you all is that I help other people, or I have been able to, through my employment and uh, other things that I do. I'm able to give to others. And I don't like to talk about that because it bothers me when people talk about the good that they do. But I'm only mentioning it in as much as that it hurts that I'm not going to be able to do that. Or that's not the only reason. I mean, I'm selfish too. I'm going to be doing without some things, right? Unemployment is not 100% of your salary. And I wish I had prepared better in life for this, but when my spouse died, I was younger and thought the future was before me, and suddenly that future changed, and well, yeah, I ended up in the position I'm in. And I make it. I do fine. I'm happy. I live my little country life. I don't bother anyone. I don't live high on the hog by any stretch. I just live my kind of average little life. And isn't it funny how just, you know, a job can have such an impact. And especially when it's a single income home. You know, if there were someone else here that were making an income and we could share the burden, maybe be better. Now, one of the things that really disappoints me too is that with unemployment, that even though it's only a percentage of my salary, I can't go out and earn a little bit to make up for that. If I earn anything, that comes out of the amount unemployment gives me. So like there's no way to get out of that hole, that deficit. So it's important that I find a job that is equal to the job that I had. So, okay, I'm rambling and I apologize. I don't have anyone right now that I want. There are people I could talk to, but the truth is, I don't want to get on the phone and do the back and forth and you'll be fine and all that kind of stuff, you know? It's just, sometimes we just have to be in our misery for a little bit. And just talking about this like this is helpful. It truly is. This does helps me. And it helps me because it helps me to look at other possibilities and to look at myself and go, oh, don't be so pathetic. There are these things you can do, right? There are options. And I might find a job tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's Sunday, but that won't happen, but soon. And all of this will be moot. That's a that's a good possibility. That's my hope. And yeah, so that's really that. And what I can say about the soap, back to the soap, the layers were, some of them, the colors are real similar, and I know that. So I tried to do a little on the top. I didn't do any kind of spoon work or anything like that. I just decided to do some drips of the clay on the top. After I got the final layer on, I just barely dropped on some drops of different colors to hopefully just give it a little bit of design element. And it's nothing special, but I actually kind of liked it. I really do. And the final cut was good. I was happy with. But you're probably getting sick of talking to me, aren't you? Or me talking. And I'm so sorry I've made this so long. This is cathartic for me. And I'll put a notice on the front of the video so that no one has to watch this, or they can mute it, or they can just, speed through it if they want. But I wanted to just let you know what's going on. And I will say this: I have options. For one option is certainly if things don't work out, um, I can sell or try to sell. Where I live in Texas, there's a lot of land, and there's nothing that makes land more valuable than completely scraping the land, which breaks my heart. I see people do that, but they just throw cattle on it, and trees get in the way of growing hay. And I'm sorry, but on my land I have a lot of trees, and I like that. And would I miss it? Heck yeah. But I've lived other places, and I can love another place again. I can. This has been more sentimental. My mother lived here. My love lived here. My family members used to come here, and friends used to come here for holiday meals, and it was a special time. But that time is gone, and it lives on in my memory. I don't have to stay here in order to keep that alive. It'll be with me always. So, as you can see, the stripes actually came out pretty nice. I was happy with them. And I would just want to say thanks, everyone, just for being here, just for listening. And I'm really sorry for the bummer video, uh, but thank you. What else can I say? Tomorrow will be a better day, and I'm going to hopefully do a much more upbeat video tomorrow. So, thank you all, everybody. You have a fantastic day. We'll begin soon. Goodbye.